everybody, welcome to another dust collectors video. This is in collab with Paula Verdi, who originally started the series, and then Kim and myself tagged along, I think like a year or so after they started it. I will have all their links to their channels down below. Okay, so dust collectors is about using makeup that's collecting dust in your collection. And there are some things here and here that I use. There's a few that you haven't seen on camera, I think. And the brand new items that we're going to be using today is the Mood Palette. Let's look at the color story. This is a fall themed one, and I'm not normally the type of person that uses palettes by season, but this one's gorgeous. So hopefully I'll go towards here or here, but we shall see where we end up. And I'll probably have the shade on the screen because I can't tell without my glasses. And then I'm going to be reusing my Maybelline Fit Me Stick Foundation because I want to see which one of these primers work best. So we have the Milk Hydro Grip and the Urban Decay All Nighter, which also says it's gripping on the box. And I still can't believe the size differences. I don't know if you can hear one of my dogs is playing with the squeaker toy out there. But there's like a $4 price difference. This one has more products. So price per volume, mini-wise, the Milk is the definite better option. And I want something that really makes this foundation in particular stick to my face, because this is going to be in my mom bag and it's not for oily skin. I would love a recommendation on any stick foundations that are good for oily skin, because this ain't it. But I have plenty to go, and I got this because I wanted to reuse the packaging. Speaking of reusing the packaging, you guys have seen this before. It's my Naked Skin Shapeshifter palette. I wanted to reuse this because it's so cool how it's powder and then you flip the mirror and it's cream. But look, it's broken. This is my second palette, and this is the second time this has happened. And from what I've seen, this is being discontinued. It's not on Sephora's website, and it's not on the Urban Decay website. I've seen it on Walmart's website, is the only place, or Mercari. So that's a bummer. And then the first time this happened with the other one, I glued it so that, you know, I could still open it without it doing that. But that only worked for a little bit. So I'm really bummed. Now that it's broken, I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. As long as I can finish these, I'll call it done. Because I have plenty of bronzers. That's too pigmented. And I have a dip in the powder. It's what I've been using instead of what's in a project, which is my bad. But it's just easier to grab this. So let's see, by next year this has to go because it's broken. It's such a bummer. Okay, so we're going to do half the face with Urban Decay. We're going to do it on my right. Oh, I don't want to use too much since it's half the face. So that's how much I'm grabbing. I'm going to put it on the right side of my setup so that I can remember which one has which. All right, let's just blend it in. Okay, we're gonna let that absorb, and then we're gonna try this one. Okay. Okay, how have you guys been doing? I have not been updating my projects, dealing with house stuff. If you notice a difference, that dresser's gone. We started setting up our closet pieces. I still have a dresser over here, even though it's empty, but it's mainly for our TV because we don't have a full living room yet. Okay, we're gonna let that soak in. I already did my brows and my concealer pot this morning. That's like my bare minimum lately, but I wanted to talk about it while my face is doing its thing. So if you saw my Franken Friday, this is my DIY MAC paint pot. I used concealer pots from Coastal Scents. I mixed in a little bit of my NYX glitter glue, and then I used a pan from the Balm that was an eye base, and I think that's what made it so stiff. This thing is solid. It doesn't warm up that much with my finger. It takes a while. So that really changed the consistency of the concealers. It's not tacky, because I didn't even set this. It's not tacky, so I didn't add enough of the NYX glitter glue. But it's a really good shade. I didn't set this with anything. It's a definite better color. I'm gonna try and use this up before the end of the year next year by like carving my brows. I can use it to spot conceal. We'll try that since it's a good shade match. But somebody wanted, I think it was Ruth, you wanted to know how it worked out. So I just wanted to let you know it's getting the job done. I just can't believe how stiff it is. I use it with my sponge, and I've used it maybe like 4 or 5 times now. But I'm so happy with the color because the soft ochre shade originally was too yellow for my skin. So if I wanted to do it like this, I had to set it with an eyeshadow. Don't have to do that with this one. So that's good. Okay, now we're gonna do foundation. Oh wait, let me feel. Nothing feels tacky. Nothing feels tacky. My skin absorbed it. But let's see if it makes a difference with this thing. All right, I've had so much going on. So we had our, is this the right brush? Why do I feel like this is the wrong brush? This is the brush, yeah. I'm reusing the brushes from my mom bag too. I'm gonna do a video of that, of all the stuff in my mom bag. I just have to film that. But we did the gender reveal party. I'm having a girl. I'm so excited. My husband is super happy. He got what he wanted. I was just happy to have a kid. So I really thought it was a boy. Like my gut said it was a boy. So when I saw the pink, I was shocked because I was like, dang it, I was wrong. But if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it there because I did a Facebook Live event so that my family in Mexico can see it, but I transferred it over to Instagram because I have a cousin who does not use Facebook, but his wife uses Instagram, and so I put it over there so that she could show him, so they could see it together. So it was pretty funny how they did it. My friend that knew what we were having set it all up because I gave her the ultrasound picture. And what she did was like a game, right? So we have in the yard a bunch of balloons and then a big balloon in the center. Sorry, I'm trying to decide what brush to use. And the balloon in the center was supposed to tell us what color we were, you know, blue or pink. And all the balloons were filled with confetti, and then we had BB guns. And I'm guessing she didn't put enough air in the balloons is what she was telling me, because they would not pop. We got closer and closer to the balloons and they would not pop. And so she's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, it was supposed to take like 2 minutes instead of like over 5 minutes it took us to pop. And I cheated. I went over there and stepped on some. I mean, even that didn't work for all of them. It was funny. I'm trying to remember. I think this is the one. What did I want this for? I think that was the concealer one. Oh well. So when we got to the center balloon, Tim and I finally popped it, and he got ricochet off the BB guns too. It had blue and pink. So we popped it and I was like, what? I'm confused. And I look out and then everybody at the party had little popper things and they were all pink. So they got to be the ones that told us what we were having. So I thought that was cool that she had everybody involved. This is a Colourpop Lip Tint, but I use it as a cream blush. And this is all that's left. My goal is to finish this before the end of the year. I should put that in Partners in Cream because of my usage. I kind of like to put it as a base to my blush just to get the usage out, but I've used it by itself. As long as I set my face, it looks good. Because sometimes I do that, just this. But we're gonna set the face because I want to see how this works with the primers. So that was the first thing that happened this month. And then Aries, my husky, hurt his paw. He's the one that you always see. He's outside right now. It's winter and it's cold enough that he just wants to be outside chilling since he's a husky. That's what they do. I just let him out before I started filming, so I leave him out for like an hour or two and then I'll bring him in, and then 10 minutes later he starts ringing the bell to go back outside. But that's why he's not in here, or else you would be seeing him. But he hurt his paw. I don't know what he did outside, but he cut it pretty bad. And I was trying to, you know, take care of it by myself because he wouldn't let me see it at first. So I cleaned it as best as I could, and I put a little booty on it just to get him to stop licking, because he was obsessively licking it because, you know, he wanted to clean it himself. And we did that for a couple of days, and then it started to smell. So, ooh, too much powder. So I thought it was infected. And so we took him to the emergency vet, which took all day. And then come to find out it wasn't infected. She said it would have turned into an infection. She's like, but the smell was probably coming from the fact that he was licking it. So the bacteria from his mouth and the fact that I was covering it is what caused the odor. But he was on pain meds, antibiotics, something for the swelling because his paw was swelling a little bit from the, you know, being injured, and he had a cone so that he wouldn't lick it. And that took about a week or so, but halfway through his meds was the party, and there were so many people here. He was so excited. I had to put him in his kennel because he was just too much energy just to like calm him down. He broke his cone trying to get out of the kennel. I could not believe that. He's never done that before. But he's finally good now. Sometimes if he's outside too long, he'll start lifting up his paw because it's tender. But other than that, he's been doing really, really good. And then other than that, it's just family stuff going on, and just trying to get everything situated with my maternity leave and things like that, which is a whole mess because I don't know what I'm doing. It's my first time doing that. So things have just been, and I'm just tired. Like today I was going to go out before filming, and I ended up taking a nap. And then I did my glucose test for, you know, that they do when you're pregnant to test for gestational diabetes. I failed the 1 hour, which worried me, but I passed with flying colors the 3 hour. But oh my goodness, if I can avoid the 3 hour again, I would, because that kicked my ass. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I felt fine during the test. I felt nauseous for the first hour and a half, which is normal. But after that, I felt fine. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Oh, I really want to try this one because it's supposed to look kind of duochrome. So let's build around that. I think that'll go with my blue. Okay. So I will put on the screen what shade I am using so that I can talk, because this is my time to talk. So I'm taking the 3 hour, right? And they tell you if you're feeling nauseous, if you're feeling dizzy, if you feel like throwing up, or you feel like you need to lay down, let us know. She's like, I'll try and find a room for you to lie down, which I thought was really nice. Because she's like, you can get really tired with this because, you know, the sugar rush type of thing. And I didn't know that the 3 hour drink is twice the glucose from the 1 hour drink. So let me make sure I'm angled right. The first hour and a half was rough, and then my stomach was hurting but I was okay. So they do a blood draw before you take the drink, and then you get a blood draw once an hour to test your sugars. And I felt fine until literally 20 minutes after I left and I was in line to get food. I felt dizzy, I felt clammy, I felt sick to my stomach. Oh my goodness. I felt really, sorry, I'm trying to figure out what brush I want to use. I felt really, really sick. Then I started feeling dizzy and like I was gonna pass out. So I think the second part of me feeling sick was just because I had gone so long without eating. Because you're supposed to not eat 8 to 10 hours before your appointment. And I stopped eating sooner. Only because I ate a big dinner and I wasn't hungry. So I wasn't gonna keep eating just because I had time to, you know? But oh my goodness, I was eating, I should have pulled over to eat, but I really wanted to get home so I can rest because I decided that I just wasn't well enough to go back to work. So I went to Chick-fil-A and I got my combo, but I've always wanted to try their chicken tortilla soup. I ate the soup like it was like cocoa, like a drink, and I was drinking it while I was driving because I was starving. And then I finished half my food in my car in my driveway, and I kind of just let it settle, and then I came back in, got the dog situated, and then I finished my food. And it took a while to feel better, but should I put, is it still tacky? I want to make sure that the glitter really pops, so I'm gonna put a little bit more mixed glitter glue. Oh, but yeah, then after I ate, I brought the dogs in, and I took like a 3.5, almost 4-hour nap. Like I just passed out. I felt so sick. And my husband came home from his internship early. And he laid down with me because I was just like, will you lay down with me? I don't feel good. So he laid down with me for a little bit. And then he got up and, you know, started doing homework and whatnot. And I just kept on sleeping. Oh, wow, this is pretty. But I definitely don't want to do that again. And since I felt so sick, I thought, oh my gosh, I probably failed the test. It just was a delayed reaction on my body. But I woke up with the results. And then like an hour and a half after I woke up, I had an email from my doctor. She's like, you tested negative for gestational diabetes. Everything is good. So I think it was just because I went so long without eating. Plus the fasting and that dang sugar drink, which is I mean, it doesn't taste horrible, but the aftertaste is disgusting. Okay, so this, it does not look like what I thought it would. I did use the one I showed you, this one. Let's change the camera angle really quick and see if that does anything. Okay, no, I played around with the angle. It doesn't look anything like what I thought it would. I'm gonna put something else on top because I wanted some color. I wanted some dang color today. So, what color should we use? I guess I'll use the one next to it. This one, since I don't normally use something like that on the lid. And let's see how that works. It looks really dark because of what I have underneath it. Kind of a bummer. I'll have to find something to top it with. All right. This is definitely not what I was picturing today, but we're going to work with it because it's just makeup. So we are going to brighten the inner corner with the lightest color, the lightest shimmer in the palette. We're gonna do the little, what does Abby Glines call it? The swoop diddy doop diddy. Oh, this is really peach. Oh, I don't like that either. Okay. My go-to when something doesn't work the way I want for the inner corner is my Super Shock Colourpop highlighter. Because that actually, and I'm gonna bring it in to blend with that combo I've got. And then we gotta do the outer corner still. Huh. Well, playing with a new palette. I haven't been using colors lately. Although I did a really nice color. If I still have the picture, I'll put it on the screen. I did pink and blue for the party. I tried doing the outer or the lower lash line, which I'll do it again here so you guys can see. I just need some tips. I don't know what I'm doing. It looked like eyeliner, and I like when it's all buffed out. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay. And then for the outer, we're just going to go with the shimmery teal, because why not? Holy moly, look at that pigment. Why didn't my lid look like that? There's some fallout, so I'll have to brush that out. I want to make sure you can see, but I need to see what I'm doing. Wow, that is so much more pigmented. Okay. And then we're gonna color switch and we're going to buff that out. Okay. What do we think? It blends in really nice. But the lid color just isn't as much of a pop, and I think that's because what I have underneath it. So, oh well. Oh well. But I really like having a crisp line, so what I've been doing to get some usage out of it is this eye primer I bought from LA Girl. It's a pro primer. It's not a primer. It's like a concealer stick. Oh, it's broken? No, it still goes up. But all I do is okay. And now eyeliner. Oh, lower lash line. Let me do my eyeliner and mascara, and then we'll do the lower lash line, just so it kind of looks complete. This is the Makeup Revolution. Emily Noel recommended this because of the shape. It's supposed to be easier to hold, which it's easier to hold when it feels like a pen, but it's weird to apply. I'm not used to it. Okay, I just noticed I still have that fallout, so I'm going to grab a clean brush, get that out. Yeah, you can see it on there. Okay, wow, it did tint my face though, or you know, it did color it. Shoot. I'm going to put a little bit more color corrector on there and set it. We don't want it to look blue under the eye. Oh, I don't mean to be flipping you off. Let's change the finger. It's true that that's the finger people use when they do their makeup. I always see that in videos. Don't think I'm flipping you off. I'm not. Okay, let's do the lipstick and then the lower lash line. Since we're still experimenting with the lower lash line, I kind of want to do it last. Okay, I'm going to be doing some, hopefully I can pre-record some videos for next year. And one of them is going to be a lipstick swatch. Because I have way too many lipsticks. This one's way too bright. Goes with my hair. Sure. I've been doing all the Maybellines lately because that's what I have mostly. Let's try this one. I'll tell you what it is on the screen because I can't read that. It's either Catnip, Dusty Rose, one of those probably. Let's see, I think it's Catnip. Let's put it on the screen. Okay. Now, lower lash line doesn't have to be the same color as the top. A lot of people will do a nude look and a pop of color on the bottom. This is not a nude look, but we're gonna try to get a different color out of this. I really like this purple, so we're gonna try that. And so I bought these two e.l.f. ones. This one's meant to be, you know, for the lid, to pack on color. This one is called a smudge brush, which is why I thought it was meant for the lower lash line. Correct me if I'm wrong. What type of brush do you use? I want to know, because when I tried it the first time in last month's video and I used this brush, I liked it much better. So, you know, a small fluffy brush. I liked that better than when I tried this for my party. So we're going to kind of combine these, fluff it out with that one. Let me color switch it because I don't know if there's anything on there. But this just makes me think it's like eyeliner. Oh man, if up close you could still see the blue. But oh well, I'm only going to go do like 1 or 2 errands after this. And I do like when it meets the eyeliner. So see how that looks like eyeliner? We're going to smudge it out once I get it in place. Okay. I don't like it, but we're gonna experiment. I'm gonna color switch this to get any leftover pigment, and I'm gonna just buff it out. If I don't like that, we'll try with a clean, bigger version, because that's really small. So let's buff it out. Okay, did that make a difference? I don't know. Okay. I liked it better when I diffused it with this brush. It looks like it's black though. You can't tell that it's a purple. And last step. Okay, it's pretty much an empty. I knew it was going to be done sooner. Okay, what do we think? I just need help. Maybe I'm just not used to having that. When I was in high school, I used to do dark, you know, in my waterline black eyeliner and on the top, and I just don't do that anymore. Also, does this lipstick even go? It goes with my hair, but does it go with my makeup? I don't know. No one's going to see it anyway because I'm going to have a mask on. I think I just need to get used to this. I think it accentuates my eye shape nicely, but I don't know. It looks like eyeliner. I just want it. Well, I just realized how dark it is outside. It's crazy how dark it gets. But I wanted to learn to use shadow on the bottom since next year. I know my progress is going to be really minimum. And if I can use it a few more ways on my face, then that's more usage, you know? Alright, so here is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you whenever I film another video.